Hello friends, in this video I am going to demonstrate a MapReduce program by running an application which does poll result analysis using Hadoop, Java and Eclipse. So I'll be following this Hadoop tutorial, the link for which I'll post in the video description. So in this case, there's a place called Utopia. People have casted votes for 5 candidates named Jaja, Gigi, Jojo, Juju, and Jinjin. And the votes are saved in two different files. And I am going to write a MapReduce program to count the number of votes. So a MapReduce job splits the input dataset into independent chunks which are processed by maps task in completely parallel manner. The framework then sorts the output of maps, which are then reduced by the reducer task. Both the input and output are written into the file system. A MapReduce program is composed of a map procedure that performs filtering. Example, in this, each and every vote will count as one row, and after sorting, every similar vote will be grouped. The other part is the reduce procedure that performs a summary of operations such as counting the number of votes. So I'll directly go to the so this is a Cloudera VM that I am using, and this is the program. The first part of the program is the mapper program. In the mapper program, we read from the input file one line at a time and create a map and write it in an output. The output is in the form of key value pairs, the key being the vote and the value being the iterable object which we have created. In this case, it's fun. The iterable has a comparable interface through which shuffling and sorting is done. Shuffling is used to associate single key to its corresponding value, and after that sorting takes place. The result of this is written in this output, which is a context. And after this mapper, the program goes to reducer. The input for reducer is the key and the values which we get from the mapper, and we write it into the output. So what we do here is we count the number of vote counts and then write it into the output. The application run by this vote count application. Vote count is a derived class which drives both mapper and reducer classes. So in this vote count application, we take two inputs from the command line. The first one is the path to the input files, and the second one is the output path in which the output file will be written. So here, as you can see, if the argument length is not equal to 2, we will exit the program and there will be an error message shown which shows usages input and output. So the MapReduce is a bad job. So we create a job object, and we get the instance from this new configuration. The output class will be a text file, so we have set the output to text.class, and output value class will be int-writable. We also have to set the mapper class and the reducer class. We are setting the mapper class to vote count mapper and the reducer class to vote count reducer. After that, the input and the output paths are taken from the arguments. So we are setting the input paths of this job to argument 0 and the output to arg1, that's output. And we are setting the jar set jar by class method to set the jar of this application, which is vote count application dot class, and we are submitting the job. So now I'll open the command line. Before that, I am going to show you this Hue browser in which we can see our HDFS. So we'll be making a folder in this hue where we will read the files and we'll write the output. This is a part of this file browser. Another component of this hue is this job browser, which has the lists of all the jobs that we have submitted to it. So first I'll go to this hue and create an input directory. Now after this command has been executed, we'll see this we have created a word count demo folder which has an input folder in it. The input folder is now empty. I'll be moving the input files into this folder. So this folder has two files, input1.txt and input2.txt. So this is input1.txt and this is input2.txt. It has all the word counts. Now I will move both of these files into my HDFS. Now when I see this input folder, it has both the text files in it. Now I'll compile this program and create a jar. Before that, I'll show you the important files, the jars that we need to build this. These are the list of jars that we need to run this program. They must be added into the Java build path. Now I'm creating a jar. Do create a runnable jar file. In launch configuration, select the class which has the main file in it, and this is the location of the jar that I'm creating: home, Cloudera, desktop, word count application.jar. Now when I run this program from here, as you can see, I haven't provided any command line arguments, so it gives me a message usage input output. Now I will run this program from my Hadoop file system. For that, type this command: Hadoop jar, the jar name, the input path and the output path. Everything here is case sensitive, so now I'm creating a output folder called output. It will be created in this word count demo folder. Now I'll go to the job browser. As you can see, the job has been accepted. So it took 1 minute 30 seconds for the program to run. And now to see the output, we will go to the path that we gave in the command line arguments, which is user hue vote count demo output. And this is the output file. So as you can see, the vote count for every candidate is shown corresponding to it. So this was the MapReduce demo. And this is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the video.